Hi there. Today we're going to talk about the benefits of journaling. It's a great way to feel better with techniques to get your thoughts on paper. Hi there, Emily McIsaac here. I wanted to remind everybody that we are in this together and I'm really excited for when we are able to get together. And I hope you are doing mentally okay. And that's the reason why I wanted to do this little mini presentation about journaling because it's a great strategy to help you and your mental health. Journaling is like whispering to oneself and listening at the same time by Mina Murray. I think that's really true because when you're journaling, it does allow you to express yourself and just let all your thoughts flow onto the page. And sometimes when you're writing, you start realizing things about yourself that you may not have even realized that you were feeling. And it's a great way to just kind of let out any of that bad thoughts or energy that are in your body, and it's a way to let everything go. So, journaling is getting your thoughts on the page, but also listening to how you're feeling at the same time. Why journal? This won't actually help me, is maybe a thought people have. But there are many benefits to journaling. It improves your mental well being, gives you clarity on situations and your emotions. It can provide a space for you to express gratitude. It improves your sleep, builds confidence, and some research has even suggested that it can boost your immunity. So there are many benefits to journaling. I have listed quite a few right here. It's something to keep in mind if you're having a challenging go at starting or if you don't feel like it's worth it. So, you can start with many different methods. So, let's talk about how to explore that. First off, there's no right way. I think even getting started with putting your pen to paper and just allowing a stream of consciousness to come out of your pen, from your hand, to just express how you're feeling is a great way to start. There doesn't have to be any sort of structure. It just needs to be something that allows you to get your thoughts on the page. But here are some suggestions of types of journaling that you can do. Long form allows you to have more of a diary entry, if you will, but perhaps focusing on a couple different things that are stuck in your brain can be a more productive way of long form journaling. Gratitude journaling, I think, has become very popular in the last couple of years. So that means you're being thankful for the things that you do have. So, being thankful for your cup of coffee, your family, the flowers that are on your table, all those little things that make your day better. And then a brain dump, this is something that I like to do at night because it just takes all the thoughts that might be in my brain and putting them on the page. And that can be anything from the things I have to do tomorrow, the things I'm curious about, the books I want to read, the grocery items I want, anything that's in your head, just put it on a piece of paper and then you can let it go and remember it for the next day. And maybe it can even be your to do list for the next day. So that's another way to get rid of some of that anxiety that you may be having. And I find a brain dump can really help you sleep because you're getting everything out just before bedtime and there's nothing left for you to worry about and you can sleep better. And then finally, bullet or a creative journal is fantastic. So, bullet journals can be a long form type of journal, but people are more creative with it. They draw along with their writing, or creative journals can be like a photo collage, or maybe you have a blog that acts as your journal, or you keep an Instagram account where you can take photos and upload them there. Any sort of creative way to express your feelings without writing is a great way to journal as well. So you're feeling stuck. You want to give this a try, but you don't know what to write about. Well, writing in your journal is the only way to find out what you should be writing. That was advice from Haley Phelan, who wrote a 2018 article in the New York Times. And she went on to say that she would often sit down and not know what to write, but then as soon as she started, thinking about some things, it allowed her to fully express herself. So sitting down and kind of just thinking and reflecting on your week, your day, I'm sure things will come to you and you'll be able to get those items that are kind of in the back of your head to come forward and get them off your chest. And of course, journaling prompts are very helpful as well because sometimes journaling can turn into just a ramble about your day. But the whole point of journaling is you want it to be reflective. You want to learn something about yourself. You want to look inward and really evaluate how you're feeling. So Journal prompts are something that can guide you and maybe guide a feeling that you might have. And if you look through a list of prompts and there's one prompt that sticks out to you in your mind, answer that prompt and see what comes up for you. The materials you need to have a journal. They include all of these things. You can try anything. It could be a Word or a Google Doc. You could have notes on your phone. You could even use voice memos if you'd like. That's more on the technical side of things. So maybe you want printer or scrap paper that you just put in a folder. You could have a dedicated notebook, or you can buy specific bullet journals at Michael's or Staples or Walmart, for example. And then things that you need to write with, of course, you could have a pen, pencil, crayon, a marker, a Sharpie, a highlighter, anything that you kind of want your journal to have in it is great. So Sharpie is one of those things that might be better for a piece of scrap paper because if you use it inside a notebook, you're going to bleed into the other pages. But highlighters and crayons, you could use that for your creative bullet journal. There's many different ways for you to do that, but I think the biggest thing is that you're getting your thoughts on the page and you're being as creative as you want to be. So I did include some examples of what journals can look like as well as some journal prompts. So this is a classic brain dump. It almost looks like a mind mapping thing, which can sometimes help you connect the feelings that you have or the things that you need to do, almost make that to-do list in advance. So this is a type of long form as well. This person tagged it as a brain dump, but to me, because they have written a little bit like chunky paragraphs and they're dated, to me that feels a little bit more long form. And so imagine if you wanted to cover that whole page with just writing about how you're feeling. That's another way that long form journaling would look like. And again, this is a very creative gratitude type journal. They're grateful for a me day, fast delivery, family, yoga, all these things that they're grateful for. They put it in a fun kind of layout, which if you know how to do fun calligraphy or different types of writing styles, that's always really fun to include in your journal. Lots of fun ways to include journaling into your life and make it as fun as you want. And then here are a few journaling prompts. So that's what I was mentioning before. You might be able to dig a little deeper on and learn something about yourself. And these are the references for this slideshow, and I'll make the slides available to you if you'd like to click on them. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to follow us on social media at hollandcollege.com. Thank you.